What's up, everyone? I'm back. Hope you're all alright. Now, today, I've been wanting to do this for a minute. Today, we're going to talk about no win situations, why they suck, and in general, like why you want to avoid them at all cost. Alright, so let's preface this. A no win situation is basically when you're put in a position where it's like you're forced to pick and choose something. It's like you're put in a bad situation and you're forced to pick and choose your poison. Like, all right, think about it like this. Let's say you're put in a situation where you're forced to do something, and then you're given a series of choices, but you don't like any of the series of choices, especially when you think about each of the choices, and neither one of them make you feel good. You don't like either of the choices. It's like both choices are equally terrible, equally bad, and both choices do not make you feel good. It's like it's almost like regardless of what you pick, you're forced to drink poison, basically, pretty much. It's like you're put in a situation where you're forced to drink poison. Like, whether you choose this option or this option, it's like neither of the choices are good. And, it's like option one causes you to do this, but it has this consequence. Option two, you could choose this, but it has this consequence. It's like both choices come with curses or consequences. It's like nothing good comes out of it. It's like you're gonna feel bad regardless of what you pick. That's essentially what a no-win situation is. Better yet, I'll do a better example. In Across the Spider-Verse, we were put in a situation where we were forced to pick and choose between saving one person versus saving an entire like an entire universe of people. It's like regardless that you pick, somebody's gonna die, whether it's one person or a mass majority of people. And it's like neither of those choices are any good. You don't like any of them, and it's like you can't really get out of the situation because like you know about it. You can't just sit there and not do anything. It's like none of the options are any good. That's essentially a no-win situation where it's like you're forced to pick and choose one outcome or another outcome, but it's like none of the options are good. So what do you do in that situation? So in that situation, I'd say the best thing to do is create your own option where it's like you don't have to deal with any of the consequences. Like, um, like, like what I was talking about earlier, between having to save one person or a bunch of people. What if instead of having somebody die, what if there's an option where nobody dies and it's like everything works out and we don't even have to deal with this whole situation? That is basically why we do not like no-win situations, because it's almost essentially where it's like no matter what you choose, something ain't gonna sit right with you. You don't like what you're given. Ooh, I gotta do another one. I'll do another analogy. Let's say another example of a no-win situation is when you're put in a position where you can have wealth beyond your wildest dreams, but it's like you have to lie and cheat and steal and screw people over basically to get that wealth, and that's what you gotta do to maintain it. It's like you get wealth, but it comes at the expense of other people. It's like it comes at the expense of other people's backs. Or another option, you don't have to do that, but you're living in poverty. It's like you're bound by. It's like your life is being ruled by extreme poverty, where it's like struggling to survive, and you're trying to make a difference. Like every day feels like you're trying to survive. Um, Neither of those are good options. Let's think of another one. Oh, wait, before I move on from that, let me give you a better third option. So those are your two choices, but let's say we create a third option which is better, where it's like you can be both rich and righteous. It's like one option says you can have wealth, but you have to be unrighteous to get it. Another option says you can be righteous, but you're gonna be in poverty. So, but neither of those options are good. So, how about we create a third option where it's like you don't have to screw people over to get rich, and you don't have to be in poverty. Instead, you can be both rich and righteous. Why not, man? Why not? Who says you can't do that? Alright. Okay. Um... Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I'm trying to think if there's like another example I could think of, but yeah. That's essentially like why we do not like no-win situations. Because the problem with no-win situations is it forces you to make a decision based off someone else's terms and not yours. And neither of the options are any good. So, what we do to counter this whole conundrum is we create a third option, or we create another option where it's like we don't have to deal with any of the BS consequences for any of the other previous choices. Like, we create a loophole where it's like we get a better outcome, we make a better decision and get a better outcome, and best of all, it matches our terms. It's like, nah, man, I ain't gonna let you dictate my life, man. Like, I ain't gonna let you, like, force me to pick something that I do not like. Oh, I got another one. Okay, this is a good one. Let's say you're really lonely and you want to be with somebody, right? And you start to feel desperate, right? But let's say you're lonely and you want to be with somebody and you're tired of it. And let's say you're given a series of options to deal with your loneliness, but neither of them are good. Like, let's say one option is somebody comes into your life to help you with your loneliness, but you do not like being with them, or worst of all, they treat you terribly and they make you feel utterly worthless. Like, they don't treat you right and they make you feel horrible. That's one option. And then you gotta deal with this person for the rest of your life, basically. Especially if you went full-fledged and, like, married them and all that. Like, that's one option. Let's say there's another option where... what was it? I'm trying to think. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. That was one option. Somebody comes into your life that you don't want to be with, but it's like you settle with them just because you're lonely and you just want somebody. But let's say there's another option where somebody comes into your life, you do like them, you do like being around them, but they go up. What's the word? I'm trying to think. What's the word here? Alright, so good. Alright. They come into your life, you do like them, you do enjoy being around them, but they violate, worst of all, they go against your moral standards, and they force you to do things that you don't like. Like, every time you're around them, like, as attractive as they may be, they violate your moral standards, or you feel like your moral standards are violated. It's like, yeah. Those are your series of choices in that situation. It's like, one option is be with somebody that you don't want to be with, but makes it so that you're not lonely anymore just by being with them, but you don't like being around them, or they're not who you want to be with. And then another option is there's somebody that you do like, but they violate your moral standards, or they cause you to go against your core beliefs and core values. So in that situation, instead of settling for either of those two options, because both of them suck, how about we create a third option where it's like, you get to be with somebody that you like and compliments you, treats you well, treats you with respect, and does not violate your moral standards or your moral values. How about that? Basically, how we deal with these whole no-win situations, it's like, regardless of what you pick, you're forced to lose. How about you create a third option, or another option where it's like, everything works out. It's like, things go better. Like, you're not forced to take the bait of either this option does this to you, or that option does this to you. How about you create your own option where it's like, everything works out, and you get a positive outcome instead of a negative outcome. That's how we deal with no-win situations. Like, instead of being forced to pick something that you don't like, how about we pick something that we do like? Create something that we do like, and we get a positive outcome instead of a negative one. And we feel good about our decision. Not like any of the other options we were forced to pick. And the other thing is, too, you're not forced to pick something in a no-win situation. Like, yeah, you're given those choices, but just because those are your options doesn't mean you have to pick them. Like, you can have your... doesn't mean you have to accept them. How about you create something that goes with you and that matches your moral standards and that satisfies you. Alright, back. Yeah, how about we create an option where it's like, you feel good about your decision instead of horrible. Because the last thing anybody wants to do is make a decision and then later on regret their actions. Like, regret it. It's just like, be forced to live with their consequences. In life, we want to make decisions that we feel good about, not horrible. You don't want to make a decision where it's like, later on, you look back on it, you're just like, you can't stop thinking about how much you wish you never made that decision, and how much you hate the consequences that came behind it. We want to make decisions that we feel good about, not horrible. That's basically how we counter the whole no-win situation. Create an option that aligns with us. That makes us feel good, not horrible. Alright, I'm gonna go now. This thing's about to die. Hope you all enjoyed this explanation. Peace out. Take care.